Hey cat lovers, it's your buddy War, and today we're diving deep, really deep into the feline soul, into what makes our cats tick, and more importantly, what ticks them off, or worse, makes them sick. We're talking about the 7 things you should absolutely never ever do to your cat. I know, sometimes we make mistakes, we're human, but the goal here, my friends, is to elevate our understanding, to step into their paws, and to ensure our furry overlords are not just surviving, but thriving, brimming with that essential cat mojo. You see, living with a cat isn't just about providing food and a warm lap, though those are pretty awesome. It's about understanding their primal instincts, their unique physiological needs, and their often subtle ways of communicating. Ignoring these fundamental aspects can lead to a whole heap of problems, behavioral issues, health crises, and a fractured bond between you and your magnificent mini panther. We don't want that, right? We want purrs, headbutts, and the quiet contentment of a cat who feels safe, understood, and deeply loved. So grab a metaphorical cup of coffee, settle in, and let's get real about cat care. We're going to break down these 7 crucial no-nos, explore why they're so detrimental, and empower you with the knowledge to be the absolute best cat guardian you can be. Let's make sure our furry friends are happy and healthy. This isn't just a list, folks. It's a commitment to feline well-being, a journey into the heart of what it means to truly coexist with these incredible creatures. All right, let's kick things off with a big one, something I see way too often, and it grinds my gears, folks: feeding your cat dog food. Now, I get it. Maybe you ran out of cat food, maybe you have a dog and it seems convenient, or maybe you just didn't know. But listen up, because this is mission critical for your cat's health. Cats are not small dogs. I repeat, cats are not small dogs. Their nutritional needs are vastly different, and treating them like they aren't is a recipe for disaster, plain and simple. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of their biology. Cats are obligate carnivores. That's a fancy term, but what it means is they eat meat to survive and thrive. Their entire physiology is designed around processing a meat-based diet. Think about their wild ancestors. Little desert hunters, apex predators in their own right. Their bodies evolved to extract specific nutrients from animal tissues, nutrients that simply aren't present in the right amounts or even at all in food formulated for omnivorous or more facultative carnivorous canines. It's like trying to run a high-performance sports car on regular unleaded when it needs premium fuel. Eventually, the engine's going to suffer. One of the absolute non-negotiables for cats is an amino acid called taurine. Dogs can synthesize their own taurine, but cats, nope, they have a very limited ability to do so and get it from their diet, specifically from animal muscle meat. Dog food manufacturers know dogs don't need it supplemented in the same way, so it's often present in insufficient quantities or not at all. A taurine deficiency in cats is catastrophic, leading to severe heart disease, dilated cardiomyopathy, irreversible blindness, retinal degeneration, digestive issues, and even reproductive failure. This isn't a maybe situation, it's a certainty if they don't get enough. Then there's arachidonic acid, another essential fatty acid that cats can't produce themselves, but dogs can. It's crucial for their skin and coat health, reproductive function, and inflammatory responses. Guess what? Dog food is typically low in arachidonic acid because, again, it's not an essential additive for dogs. So by feeding dog food, you're inadvertently depriving your cat of another building block vital for their well-being, leading to dull coats, skin problems, and a compromised immune system. It's a slow creep of malnutrition. Let's talk protein. Cats need a much higher percentage of protein in their diet compared to dogs, and the of protein matters. Animal-based proteins are king for cats, providing the complete amino acid profile they require. Dog food often contains a higher proportion of plant-based proteins, like corn or soy, to meet a dog's different needs, which cats can't utilize as efficiently. This can lead to muscle wasting, low energy, and a general failure to thrive. You might see your cat eating it, but they're not getting what they truly need from it, slowly starving on a full stomach. Vitamins are another area of divergence. For example, cats need preformed vitamin A, retinol, found in animal liver and fats, because they can't efficiently convert beta-carotene from plant sources into vitamin A, unlike dogs. Dog food often relies on beta-carotene. Similarly, cats have a higher requirement for certain B vitamins, like niacin, which they can't synthesize from tryptophan as effectively as dogs. These might seem like small details, but they add up to significant nutritional gaps when a cat is consistently fed dog food. The long-term consequences of feeding dog food to your cat can be insidious and severe. We're talking about a gradual decline in health. A dull, flaky coat, lethargy, weight loss, or unhealthy weight gain if the food is high in carbs cats can't process well. Increased susceptibility to infections, dental problems, urinary tract issues due to improper mineral balance, and the devastating effects of taurine deficiency mentioned earlier. It's a slow, silent suffering that could be entirely avoided. It's not about a single accidental nibble, it's about consistent, inappropriate feeding. So what's the bottom line? It's simple. Never ever intentionally feed your cat dog food as their primary diet, or even as a regular supplement. Always choose a high-quality commercial cat food that is labeled complete and balanced for your cat's life stage: kitten, adult, senior. Read the ingredients, look for meat as the first few ingredients, and if you're ever unsure, talk to your veterinarian. They can help you choose the best food for your unique feline friend. This is foundational, folks. Get the fuel right, and you're setting your cat up for a long, vibrant and healthy life full of mojo. Next up, let's talk about something that might seem like a minor detail, but trust me, it's a big deal in the feline world: ignoring your cat's grooming needs. Now, cats are famous for their fastidious self-grooming, right? They spend a significant portion of their day meticulously cleaning themselves with those amazing barbed tongues. But here's the thing, sometimes they need a helping hand, especially certain breeds or as they get older, and overlooking this can lead to some uncomfortable and even painful consequences for your furry companion. One of the most common issues arising from neglected grooming, especially in long-haired cats but also possible in short hairs, is matting. Mats are more than just unsightly clumps of fur. They are tangled masses that pull tightly on the skin. Imagine wearing a piece of clothing that's constantly yanking at your skin in one spot. It's incredibly uncomfortable and can become very painful. These mats can restrict movement, cause skin irritation, and even become breeding grounds for infections or parasites if left unattended. Severe matting can be a serious welfare issue. Then there's the dreaded hairball. All that self-grooming means cats ingest a lot of loose fur. Normally, this fur passes through their digestive system without a problem. However, if there's an excessive amount of loose fur due to lack of brushing, or if the cat isn't efficient at processing it, it can accumulate in the stomach and form hairballs. While an occasional hairball might seem normal, frequent or large hairballs can be a sign of an underlying issue and can even lead to dangerous intestinal blockages, sometimes requiring surgery. Regular brushing significantly reduces the amount of fur they swallow. Grooming isn't just about preventing problems, it's also about promoting good health. Brushing your cat helps to distribute their natural skin oils, leading to a healthier, shinier coat. It stimulates circulation and can be a really wonderful bonding experience for both of you if approached correctly and gently. It's a quiet time, a moment of connection. For many cats, once they get used to it, a gentle brushing session can be incredibly relaxing and a source of positive attention, reinforcing that human-cat bond we cherish so much. Moreover, regular grooming sessions provide an excellent opportunity for you to give your cat a mini health check. As you brush, you can feel for any unusual lumps, bumps, or sensitive spots on their body. You can check for signs of fleas, ticks, or other parasites, and notice any skin irritations, dandruff, or areas of hair loss that might warrant a vet visit. Catching these things early can make a huge difference in treatment and outcome. It's about being proactive, not just reactive. Different cats have different grooming needs, of course. A long-haired Persian or Maine Coon will require much more frequent and intensive grooming than a short-haired Siamese or domestic short-hair. Older cats, or those who are overweight or arthritic, may struggle to groom themselves effectively, especially in hard-to-reach areas like their back or hindquarters. These cats particularly rely on their human companions for assistance to stay comfortable and clean. It's our responsibility to recognize when they need that extra help. So, how do you make grooming a positive experience? Start young if possible and keep sessions short and sweet initially. Use the right tools: a soft bristle brush for short hairs, a slicker brush or comb for longer coats, and perhaps a de-shedding tool during shedding season. Always be gentle, never pull on mats, seek professional help for severe matting, and pair grooming with positive reinforcement like treats or praise. If your cat is really resistant, don't force it. Talk to a professional groomer or your vet for advice. Ultimately, making grooming a regular part of your cat care routine is an act of love. It keeps them comfortable, healthy, and looking their best. It reduces the risk of painful mats and dangerous hairballs, and it strengthens the bond you share. Don't underestimate the power of the brush, my friends. It's a simple tool that can make a world of difference to your cat's well-being and their overall mojo. So pick up that brush and show your feline friends some love. This next one is a silent threat, often invisible but incredibly dangerous, using harsh chemicals around your cat. Our homes are filled with cleaning products, pesticides, air fresheners, and various other substances that can be highly toxic to our feline friends. Cats are particularly vulnerable due to their size, their unique metabolism, and their grooming habits. What might seem harmless to us can be a serious poison to them, and we need to be hyper aware of this. Think about how cats interact with their environment. They walk on floors, countertops, and other surfaces. Then they meticulously groom their paws and fur, ingesting whatever they've picked up. They might lick a spill or inhale fumes from freshly sprayed cleaners. Their livers also metabolize drugs and toxins differently than humans or even dogs, making them more susceptible to certain chemicals. This metabolic difference is crucial. They lack certain enzymes that help break down and excrete specific compounds, leading to a buildup of toxins in their system. Many common household cleaners contain ingredients like phenols, found in some disinfectants like Lysol or Pine Sol, bleach, ammonia, and phthalates. Phenols are particularly dangerous for cats and can cause severe liver and kidney damage, respiratory distress, and neurological issues even from minimal exposure. Bleach, if ingested or inhaled in concentrated forms, can cause chemical burns, vomiting, and respiratory problems. Even so-called natural products can be hazardous. Many essential oils, for instance, are highly toxic to cats, including tea tree, peppermint, citrus oils, and eucalyptus. Pesticides are another major concern. Flea and tick products meant for dogs, especially those containing permethrin, are extremely poisonous to cats and can cause severe tremors, seizures, and even death. Always use flea and tick treatments specifically formulated for cats and consult your vet. Rodenticides, rat and mouse poisons, are also incredibly dangerous, not just if your cat ingests the bait directly, but also if they hunt and eat a poisoned rodent, secondary poisoning. Antifreeze, with its sweet taste, is notoriously lethal in tiny amounts. The symptoms of poisoning in cats can vary widely depending on the toxin, but common signs include vomiting, diarrhea, drooling, lethargy, loss of appetite, difficulty breathing, tremors, seizures, skin irritation, or unusual behavior. If you suspect your cat has been exposed to a toxic substance, it's an emergency. Don't wait. Contact your veterinarian or an animal poison control center immediately. Time is absolutely critical in these situations, and prompt action can save your cat's life. So how do we create a cat-safe environment? First, switch to pet-safe, non-toxic cleaning products whenever possible. There are many great options available now, or you can use simple solutions like diluted vinegar and water for some cleaning tasks, though be mindful of strong vinegar smells as cats dislike them. Read labels carefully, and if a product says keep pets away until dry or has strong warnings, take them very seriously. Ensure a lot of ventilation if you must use a stronger product, and keep your cat out of the area completely until it's thoroughly dry and aired out. Store all chemicals, medications, and potentially toxic substances securely out of your cat's reach, preferably in locked cabinets. Be mindful of what you bring into your home in terms of plants as well. Many common house plants like lilies, tulips, and daffodils are highly toxic to cats. When dealing with pests, opt for non-toxic methods first, or use professional pest control services that are knowledgeable about pet safety and can advise on how to protect your cat during and after treatment. Ultimately, safeguarding your cat from household toxins is about vigilance and making informed choices. It's about reading labels, understanding the risks, and prioritizing your cat's delicate system. Our homes should be their safe havens, not a minefield of hidden dangers. By being mindful of the chemicals we use and how we use them, we can protect our beloved felines from accidental poisoning and ensure they live in an environment that truly supports their health and their vibrant cat mojo. All right, let's tackle a really sensitive but incredibly important topic: physical punishment. I'm talking about hitting, swatting, scruffing aggressively, or any kind of physical force used to try and correct a cat's behavior. Let me be absolutely crystal clear on this, folks. Never ever use physical punishment on your cat. It is not only ineffective, it's deeply damaging to your cat and to the precious bond you share with them. It's a complete misunderstanding of how cats learn and what drives their behavior. Cats don't understand punishment in the way humans do. When you physically punish a cat for scratching the sofa or jumping on the counter, they don't connect the punishment to their action in a way that teaches them the action itself is wrong. Instead, they connect the pain, fear and distress with the person inflicting it or with the environment where it happened. This creates anxiety, fear and mistrust, which are the absolute enemies of a healthy, happy cat-human relationship. You become the source of something scary, not safety and comfort. Think about it from their perspective. Suddenly, this giant being they rely on for food, shelter, and affection becomes unpredictable and frightening. This doesn't teach them not to scratch the sofa. It teaches them to fear your hands, to fear your presence, or to only engage in the behavior when you're not around. It can lead to a cat who hides, becomes defensive, or even develops aggression as a way to protect themselves from perceived threats, which in this case is you. Physical punishment can also exacerbate the very behaviors you're trying to stop or create new, more problematic ones. A stressed or fearful cat is more likely to exhibit undesirable behaviors like inappropriate urination, spraying, overgrooming, or aggression. You might think you're solving one problem, but you're actually laying the groundwork for a host of others, all stemming from the anxiety and insecurity that punishment breeds. It's a vicious cycle that erodes their cat mojo. So what's the alternative? It's all about understanding the behind the behavior and using positive reinforcement and environmental management. Cats do things for a reason. Scratching is a natural, instinctive behavior. They do it to mark territory, maintain their claws, and stretch. Jumping on counters might be because they're seeking a high vantage point or are curious about what's up there. Instead of punishing these natural behaviors, we need to redirect them to appropriate outlets. Provide a fantastic scratching post, or several, in the right material and location. Make the wrong scratching surfaces less appealing. If your cat likes high places, provide cat trees or shelves. Catify your space. Use positive reinforcement. Reward your cat with treats, praise or play when they use the scratching post or exhibit a behavior you like. This teaches them what you them to do. Associating good things with those actions rather than fear with bad ones. It builds confidence, not terror. Redirection is another powerful tool. If your cat is about to jump on the counter, gently redirect their attention with a toy or call them over for a treat. If they're playing too roughly, yelp like a kitten and withdraw attention immediately. This teaches them bite inhibition much more effectively than a swat. It's about clear communication in a language they understand, which is cause and effect related to positive outcomes or the removal of positive attention, not pain. Building a relationship with your cat based on trust, patience, and understanding is paramount. When your cat feels safe and secure with you, they are more receptive to learning and more likely to be a well-adjusted, happy companion. Physical punishment shatters that safety and security. It's a betrayal of their trust. Choose compassion, choose understanding, and choose positive methods. Your cat will thank you for it with purrs, affection, and a strong, unbreakable bond. That's the path to true cat mojo. All right, let's talk about something that many cat guardians with the best intentions sometimes let slide: regular veterinary checkups. I get it. A trip to the vet can be stressful for your cat and for you. And if your cat seems healthy, it might feel unnecessary. But trust me on this, skipping those routine visits is a gamble with your cat's health and well-being. Preventative care is the cornerstone of a long, healthy life for our feline friends. And your vet is your most important partner in that journey. Cats are absolute masters at hiding illness and pain. It's an evolutionary survival instinct. In the wild, showing weakness makes you a target. This means that by the time your cat is showing obvious signs of being unwell, their condition might already be quite advanced and more difficult or more expensive to treat. Regular checkups allow your veterinarian to detect subtle early signs of disease that you might miss, things like slight weight changes, dental issues, or changes in heart sounds or organ palpation. These routine visits are not just about vaccinations, although keeping your cat up to date on necessary vaccines is crucial for protecting them against serious and preventable diseases. A thorough physical examination by your vet can reveal a wealth of information. They'll check your cat's eyes, ears, teeth, skin, coat, heart, lungs, abdomen, and lymph nodes. This comprehensive exam can pick up on emerging problems like kidney disease, hypothyroidism, diabetes, arthritis, or dental disease, all of which are common in cats, especially as they age. Dental health is a huge one, folks. Periodontal disease is incredibly common in cats and can cause significant pain, tooth loss, and even lead to systemic health problems if bacteria from an infected mouth enter the bloodstream. Your vet can assess your cat's dental health during checkups and recommend cleanings or at-home care to prevent serious issues. You might not realize your cat has a painful tooth until it's really bad, but your vet can spot the early signs. For kittens, these early vet visits are vital for vaccinations, deworming, and ensuring they're growing and developing properly. For adult cats, annual checkups help establish a baseline of their normal health, making it easier to spot changes later on. And for senior cats, typically those over 7 to 10 years old, biannual checkups are often recommended because they are more prone to age-related conditions. Early detection and management of these conditions can significantly improve their quality of life and longevity. Beyond the physical exam, these visits are an opportunity for you to discuss any concerns you have about your cat's behavior, diet, or lifestyle. Your vet can provide valuable advice on nutrition, weight management, parasite prevention, fleas, ticks, heartworms, intestinal worms, and behavioral issues. They are a resource there to help you provide the best possible care for your specific cat and their individual needs. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Building a good relationship with a veterinarian you trust is so important. When your vet knows your cat and their history, they're better equipped to provide tailored care. And if an emergency does arise, it's much less stressful if you already have an established relationship with a veterinary practice. Think of your vet as a key member of your cat's wellness team, working alongside you. So please don't put off those regular vet checkups. Yes, getting your cat into the carrier can be a challenge. We can talk carrier training another time, but the benefits far outweigh the temporary stress. Consider it an investment in your cat's future health and happiness. A proactive approach to veterinary care is one of the most loving things you can do for your feline companion, ensuring they have the best chance at a long, comfortable life full of purrs and that undeniable cat mojo. Now let's delve into the feline psyche a bit and talk about something that profoundly affects their sense of security, their environment. Specifically, we're looking at why sudden, drastic changes to your cat's environment are a big no-no. Cats, my friends, are creatures of habit and routine. They thrive on predictability and control over their territory. When their world is abruptly turned upside down, it can cause significant stress, anxiety, and a whole cascade of behavioral issues. Think about it from their perspective. Their home is their sanctuary, their safe space. Every scent marker, every familiar piece of furniture, every established routine contributes to their feeling of security. When you suddenly rearrange all the furniture, bring home a new, boisterous pet without proper introductions, or move to a new house without a gradual transition plan, you're essentially pulling the rug out from under them. Their predictable world becomes unpredictable, and that's incredibly unsettling for a cat. The signs of stress from environmental changes can be varied and sometimes subtle. You might see your cat hiding more, becoming more vocal or clingy, or conversely more withdrawn and less interactive. Changes in appetite or litter box habits are common red flags. A stressed cat might stop eating or start urinating or defecating outside the litter box. Overgrooming to the point of creating bald spots or an increase in aggression or fearfulness can also be indicators that your cat is not coping well with changes in their surroundings. Common triggers for this kind of stress include moving to a new home, which is a massive upheaval, but even smaller things can be disruptive, bringing in new furniture and the strange smells that come with it. Having house guests, especially if they're loud or unfamiliar with cats, major renovations, or even just changing the location of their food bowls or litter box abruptly. The arrival of a new baby or another pet is a huge one, requiring careful, slow introductions to minimize stress for the resident cat. So how do we respect our cat's need for stability while still living our lives? The key is gradual change and thoughtful management. If you're moving, try to keep some familiar items with their scent, like their bed or blankets, readily available in the new space. Set up a safe room for them initially in the new home with all their essentials. before slowly introducing them to the rest of the house. If you're rearranging furniture, do it a piece at a time, if possible, or allow them to explore the new layout at their own pace. When introducing a new pet, the process should be slow and controlled, starting with scent swapping, then visual contact through a barrier, and only then supervised brief interactions. This allows the resident cat to gradually get used to the idea and the presence of the newcomer, rather than feeling like their territory has been invaded overnight. Patience is absolutely crucial here. Rushing introductions is a recipe for conflict and long-term stress. Providing plenty of vertical space like cat trees or shelves, hiding spots like cat caves or even cardboard boxes, and consistent routines for feeding and playtime can also help your cat feel more secure, especially during times of change. These elements give them a sense of control and predictability, even if other parts of their environment are in flux. Reinforcing their core territory with these familiar and comforting elements can make a huge difference. Ultimately, understanding and respecting your cat's territorial nature and their need for routine is fundamental to their well-being. Sudden, jarring changes can shatter their confidence and their mojo. By being mindful of how changes might impact them, by introducing new things slowly and thoughtfully, and by ensuring they always have a safe, secure base, you can help your cat navigate life's inevitable shifts with far less stress and much more grace. It's about seeing the world through their eyes. Last, but certainly not least on our list of never-dos, is neglecting your cat's mental stimulation. We spend a lot of time thinking about their physical health, the right food, vet care, a clean litter box. But what about their minds? A bored cat is an unhappy cat, and often a destructive or troublesome cat. Our feline companions are intelligent, curious creatures with natural instincts that need an outlet, even in the cozy confines of our homes. Think about the raw cat lurking inside your fluffy companion. Their ancestors spent a good chunk of their day hunting, stalking, problem-solving. This wasn't just about food. It was about mental engagement, physical exertion, and the satisfaction of a successful hunt. When our indoor cats don't have opportunities to express these natural behaviors, they can become lethargic, depressed, or they might find their own, less desirable ways to entertain themselves, like shredding your curtains, excessively meowing for attention, or picking on other pets in the household. Mental stimulation is crucial for preventing a whole host of behavioral problems that often get mislabeled as bad cat behavior. It's not that your cat is being malicious, it's often that they're understimulated and trying to cope with boredom or pent-up energy. Providing engaging activities helps to keep their minds sharp, reduces stress, builds confidence, and strengthens the bond you share. A mentally enriched cat is a more content and well-adjusted companion. So how do we bust boredom and keep those feline brains buzzing? Interactive play is absolutely key. This means you, the human, actively engaging with your cat using toys like feather wands, laser pointers. Always end with a catch on a physical toy or string toys. Mimic the movements of prey. Make the toy dart, hide, and flutter. This allows your cat to go through the full stalk, chase, pounce, kill, bite sequence, which is incredibly satisfying for them. Aim for at least 1 or 2 dedicated play sessions a day. Puzzle feeders are another fantastic way to provide mental stimulation and make mealtime more engaging. Instead of just plopping food in a bowl, make them work for it a little. There are tons of different puzzle toys available, from simple balls that dispense kibble as they're rolled, to more complex contraptions that require some serious feline ingenuity. This taps into their problem-solving skills and provides a rewarding challenge. You can even make simple DIY puzzle feeders from cardboard tubes or egg cartons. Don't underestimate the power of environmental enrichment. Cat trees or condos offer opportunities for climbing, scratching, and surveying their territory from a high vantage point. Window perches provide endless entertainment, especially if there's a bird feeder or interesting activity outside. Cat TV. Rotating their solo play toys regularly can keep things fresh and interesting. Even something as simple as a cardboard box or a paper bag, handles removed, can provide hours of fun. Consider clicker training. Yes, you can train a cat. Clicker training is a positive reinforcement method that can be used to teach your cat tricks, commands, or even useful behaviors like coming when called or tolerating nail trims. It's a wonderful way to engage their intelligence and strengthen your communication. It's amazing what they can learn when their minds are actively working towards a reward. Ultimately, providing consistent mental stimulation is just as important as providing food and water. It's an essential part of responsible cat guardianship. It's about recognizing that your cat has a rich inner world and a need to express their natural instincts. By investing time and creativity into enriching their environment and engaging their minds, you're not just preventing problems, you're unlocking their full potential, their joy, their spark, their true cat mojo. A stimulated cat is a happy cat, and a happy cat makes for a happy home. Woo, we've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? 7 crucial things to avoid if you want to be the best possible guardian to your feline friend. It might seem like a lot to remember, but it all boils down to a few key principles. Understanding their unique needs as a species, respecting their instincts, providing a safe and stimulating environment, and building a relationship based on trust and positive interaction. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being aware and committed to doing better every day for these amazing creatures who share our lives. Remember, every little change you make, every piece of knowledge you apply, contributes to your cat's overall well-being and strengthens that incredible bond you share. It's about fostering their cat mojo, that inner confidence and contentment that shines through when they feel safe, healthy, and understood. Your cat relies on you for everything, and by avoiding these pitfalls, you're truly honoring that trust and responsibility. Keep learning, keep observing your cat, and keep loving them for the unique individuals they are. Thanks for watching. I truly hope this has been enlightening and empowering for all you dedicated cat people out there. Remember, a happy cat is a healthy cat, and a healthy cat brings so much joy into our lives. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps us reach more cat lovers. And don't forget to subscribe for more cat care tips, behavior insights, and all things feline. Until next time, keep those purrs coming and cherish every moment with your amazing cats.